should do is that I think we should get on to the announcements.
Yes.
So, first thing is Jimbo Fisher going to A&M. That I think, in what the opinion, should he go to A&M or should he stay at Florida State? In my opinion, he should probably go to Florida State because we saw him try to face Nick Saban and it did not turn out like it should. So, got butt whooped. So, but I think that that A&M's thinking that they may grab him. So I think they will. But in my opinion, Florida State's the best chance so that he doesn't get butt hurt by Bama again. So. But what are your thoughts?
How far have we fallen now? One bad season that started with the first game of the season. You lose a Heisman Trophy worthy candidate.
Oh yeah.
As your quarterback, and you lose him. So you have a bad season. Well, now all of a sudden you're rumored to leave, and you don't even go to dispel those rumors. That's sad. That is sad. It's sad for college football.
Oh yeah, I mean, in fact, after that injury, that season-ending injury, it all went downhill from there. I mean, they were not going to go to the bowl game after that, which was pretty pathetic if you ask me. So, but up next we got Kevin Steele to Tennessee. Now for Auburn, this would be terrible since this is our best defensive coordinator that we've had in years, and our defense has been looking good. The best I've seen out of Auburn since like 2010. But I think that if Kevin Steele goes to Tennessee, unloyalty by far. But I think so. What's your thought about that?
How far has Tennessee fallen to get to the point where, I mean, Kevin Steele, great defensive coordinator,
Oh, yeah.
but he's got a terrible record as a head coach. And I just think, to be scraping, there are a lot of candidates out there, young coordinators that are really up and coming that I think you're looking at. Also, Tennessee is struggling offensively.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to go and grab a defensive-minded coach. I think it's really telling about Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Where we are.
Oh yeah, and plus, and to kind of go try to grab, if they'd be better off of trying to grab Gus Malzahn instead of Kevin Steele, to be honest with you.
Yep, that's true. I agree with that.
But yeah, I think. And speaking of Gus, there is another announcement that Gus is going to Malzahn, and me and Eric, shout out to Eric Parker, have been having a conversation about this. If he goes to there, I mean, that's kind of unloyal too, because I mean, I don't think he shouldn't go to Arkansas, of course, Bacon over there. So, but I think, I mean, honestly, if they wouldn't have been Georgia and Alabama, then he would have probably ended up at Arkansas, no doubt. But I think after this, I think he should stay. So, what do you think?
I mean, yes, that's going home for him, and I think that is home for Malzahn. I absolutely see the allure to going home at the end of his career. However, I can't see jumping ship from a program that's really headed in the right direction, that's having so much success, going to a program who is really on the skids right now. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, at best he's 5 hours from home. If he wants to drive over there and see, he can jump in his BMW and go see his folks in Arkansas if he wants to, and enjoy the spoils of what he's done at Auburn.
Oh yeah, because I mean he has been at Arkansas State, so he is familiar with Arkansas.
I think he'll go.
I hope not. For Auburn's sake, don't. So then up next is. So, what after college football, y'all can comment on what I should start next. So we got college basketball or NFL. So either way, you'll probably see Russell a lot more.
Yes, you will. He loves college basketball.
Oh yeah, and he loves NFL too. So
I do, but my Packers are down. So
yeah,
let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah. So comment below, and whoever comments or whatever, we'll get randomly a shout out for the next week's for the bowl games. So. move along. So we'll move along with that. But and so the race is on. And then next, and this may be a little off topic for sports, but soon I'll be having a mystery computer, a laptop, for Christmas, and hopefully some more hats. So I will represent more. I'll represent more SEC stuff, and
Displayed prominently.
That was a shout out to Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Definitely.
Santa. You need more blue.
Oh yeah, and so at that point I may get some Stanford gear or whatever. So I'll represent. But a little shout out to you, Mom, for that. So
Thank you, Santa.
I'll tell Santa.
oh yeah. So and then I'll get my review on my laptop for whatever it is. So open HP, because it's gotta be HP. So but yeah. So and then up next we got the top 10. So Clemson, Auburn, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Alabama out of the top 5. Sorry, but Roll Tide's not rolling.
Roll Tide.
but Georgia, Miami, Ohio State, Penn State, and USC. So in this case, if you say Auburn's going to win, Miami has got to lose, Oklahoma's got to lose, and Wisconsin's got to lose for them not to make it in, which Bama fans will probably get butthurt, as what people have been memeing on about from Jalen Hurts. So do you think that's possible? Do you think that Alabama will not make it in the playoffs this year?
Absolutely not. Alabama's going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is too many things have to happen at this point for them not to be. And you're talking. There's going to be, regardless of what happens, in order for them to stay out, you would have to have at least one or two teams to have 2 losses in front of them. I just don't see that happening. I don't see how you can look at Alabama and not see them as one of the top 4 teams in the country. Amy, what do you think?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, I agree. I think they're going to be there. It doesn't matter if Auburn wins or loses. Although I do think Georgia's going to beat Auburn, but I don't think it matters. I mean, I really don't. It doesn't matter. Not that I think that Alabama deserves it. I do not. However, they'll be in the they'll be in the top 4.
Oh yeah, and a shout out to Jennifer Coggin. So I got to give a shout out to her, and so
And Mike Coggin, don't forget him.
oh yes. So and then
Although we tried to
Get well soon.
Get well soon, Mike Coggin.
oh yeah. So then which I mean honestly, if one of those at least if one of the top 4 at least loses, they're in, guaranteed. So I think, in my opinion. So keep it up. Like don't put them in. Just a little tease there. but yeah, I think now it's down to the point to where we go to predictions finally. So now so for the Friday games, of course, Friday always involves with Pac-12. So the Pac-12 championship, Stanford versus USC. You can catch that at 7 o'clock on ESPN, the main channel. And I think this one will be a very good matchup. It really will. I think I honestly will probably put Stanford at a 3-point victory. So what do you think?
Well, statistically, this is an incredibly even matched game. The Stanford started slow, finishing up the season strong. They're at 9-3 now. SC at 10-2. I think SC is a little overly rated at this point. I think their Achilles heel is they turn the ball over, and turn it over a lot, and it's turned over generally by their quarterback. So even as evenly matched as they are, I think the Cardinals going to win on turnovers and behind Bryce Love running the ball. I look for them to win 21-17.
Oh yeah, and Bryce Love is an NFL contending player, so And there's always something about you with overrated, because you tend to use that a lot.
There's a lot of them.
Speaking of Spartans, we're overrated.
Go Blue is not.
What do you think, Amy?
Yeah, so
Stanford's going to win.
Stanford. What's the score? What do you think?
3 points, 7 points.
Yeah, I would say 3.
All right.
Close game.
Oh yeah.
It will be a close game.
So then up next we got Georgia versus Auburn at 3 o'clock on CBS. and I will be one of the fortunate ones to be attending that game.
Yay,
So-
good for you.
So,
Awesome.
War Eagle, if you haven't noticed by now.
Teddy Black working on that.
Oh yeah. So and then now, so I think hey, oldest rival part 2 in the South. So I think Auburn will they'll know that this is a game not to mess around with, because I mean, although they have beat them once and bad, Georgia's going to be back for bad blood. So I think they'll make it close, but I think I'm putting Auburn as a favorite.
What do you think, Amy?
Georgia's gonna win. I'm sorry, Big Daddy. And sorry, JT.
Or-
Sorry, entire black family. I think Georgia's gonna win. I just don't think they want to get beat again. And I don't know.
They don't.
I don't know. I think they'll come out and they're gonna win. I don't know what the score will be. I think it's gonna be close.
It will be. It will be.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be incredibly close.
Oh yeah.
But I think Auburn. There's going to be 2 things going against Auburn right now.
Oh yeah.
Auburn's coming off a big win against the number 1 team in the nation, the second number
Twice.
1 victory in a row in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I think they're going to be seriously hungover, a little bit big-headed, come into the game. And the second thing is the Dogs are going to be hungry because they were embarrassed, not only by the score, but then some of the things that the coach said, that Coach Malzahn said after the game. So I think they're going to be hungry, and they're going to come out fighting. I look for it to be a close game, but I think the Dogs come out winning 17-14.
That sounds very Stephen A. Smith. I love Stephen A.
Instead, you got to give a shout out to Stephen A. One of my great people that I love to watch.
I do too.
And
I love Stephen A.
But from what you 2 are saying, Alabama will be in there if that happens.
Yeah.
But and then up next we got Memphis and UCF. That'll be an early game, 11 o'clock on ABC, and this will be a 10-1 Memphis team versus the undefeated UCF Knights team, and this will be a dogfight easily. But I think I'll probably put a close battle with UCF by 3 to 7 points.
I agree. That sounds good.
I disagree. I think Memphis and UCF very closely matched.
Oh, yeah.
2 really good teams, very well coached teams. But Riley Ferguson is a heck of a quarterback.
Oh yeah.
And I think the Tigers have got a lot to lose here, because UCF has absolutely no chance of getting into New Year's 6. But Memphis, they win, they're in a New Year's 6 game. I think that the Tigers are going to win.
Oh yeah.
It'll be close, but I think they're going to win 28-24.
All right. Yeah, I think it'll be a very good battle game. But it's the battle of UCF being undefeated. Up next, we got TCU versus Oklahoma, 11 o'clock game on Fox, and that's a little early for you Big 12 fans. So I'll give you mercy on this one. But I think this will be a very good, well worth watching game. So I think Oklahoma should win. They've been good, but honestly, I don't see them doing very good in the playoffs. So Baker Mayfield, he may end up being barely in the second round draft for NFL. So, but I think I'm going to pull Oklahoma by 3.
Oklahoma by 3. Amy, what do you think?
Oklahoma, I would say, Oklahoma by 7.
All right.
Well, I got 3 words. Baker Mayfield Heisman Trophy. That's it. Well, that's 4 words. Baker Mayfield Heisman. Baker Mayfield Heisman. This guy, listen, say what you will. Yes, they're evenly matched. I think they're a very well coached, very tough team. They're good offensively and defensively, and I think defensively they're better than Oklahoma, which most any team in the country is better than Oklahoma defensively. Yes. But I think Baker Mayfield he's the wild card here, and I just believe he's going to come in and trump everything. This guy, I think, especially after some of the things that happened after the Oklahoma State game, and his being benched is embarrassing to him. I think he's going to come in laser focused, and that's going to be dangerous for TCU. So I think Oklahoma's going to win big. I look at Oklahoma 42-28.
All right, and that 3-word thing was almost like with Dad with Maryland with the ACC when he thought it was at the ACC. So, but and I got 2 words for you, Shotgun Barkley, Big Ten, repping. But so what do you think about this game, Amy? Sorry, but in fact, so now we got Miami versus Clemson at 7 o'clock on ABC. And this one will also be a very good matchup. I mean, in fact, last time Pitt beat a ranked team such as Clemson last year, Clemson went on the national championship. So could it happen to Miami? Who knows? I mean, I think it could. I mean, I think Clemson is. They were much better than I thought they were without Deshaun Watson. I mean,
yes,
so
I agree.
It's crazy, but I think this will be a very close game. I think this will come down to 3 points, and I think I'm gonna put the edge to Miami. So
Miami's gonna win. I love Miami. Love Mark Richt.
Oh yeah.
He's got to beat them. He's got to beat Clemson.
Wow.
I say by a touchdown.
ACC.
By a touchdown.
Yes.
Wow. That's hard. An entire panel. It makes it boring. An entire panel agree. But I have to say that I think, especially after the loss, which I think was probably a pretty big hit, but I think a much needed hit for Miami at this point in the season because they've been walking the tightrope all year long. Mm-hmm. Coming back from being down big at halftime, a couple of different games. I think this was a wake-up call that they needed. Mm-hmm. And I think Malik Razier, he's going to bounce back. And he's a grind-it-out type of quarterback. I think he's going to come back. He's going to be driven. I think he'll lead their offense to produce. Mm-hmm. And I think more than anything, the used D is going to come up big against Clemson and the young quarterback. And I look for Miami to win. I do think it'll be a close game.
I think
Miami by a touchdown.
Oh yeah, I think.
Agree with me.
Oh yeah, and then 3 words for you: ACC Coach of the Year, Mark Richt.
Yes, that is the truth.
Yeah, that's a well-deserved coach because Georgia, you were dumb to get rid of him.
You are Georgia.
That was dumb.
For shame.
So I bet you're regretting it now. So.
Yes, I bet you are.
But now, and then the last game of the night is Ohio State versus Wisconsin. I think we both know who we're going for.
Urban Meyer. Ohio State.
Wisconsin. Gotta go. But I gotta go for Wisconsin. But 7 o'clock on Fox. And I think this will be a very good determining game. I think, Wisconsin's been very good this year.
Yes, they have.
But I think that the only reason why I'm probably going to go for going to put Wisconsin on the knock on wood is because of Ohio State and Iowa. Iowa killed them. I mean, Ohio State was favored 20 points, but yet they got beat by 35 or more. So I think
That's a shame.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I say 7 points, Wisconsin wins.
I say 3 points, Ohio State wins. It's going to be one of those shockers where Urban lays down again on the field. You know, like he's just, oh my God. It's going to be that. That's going to happen.
Listen, I think Wisconsin I think they've ridden the wave at this point, but it's just physics. Every wave will eventually break. And I think right now, Ohio State had their wake-up call. Again, we're going with wake-up calls. But Ohio State had their wake-up call against Iowa when Iowa put a whooping on them. But I think that's over with. And I think now it's time for Wisconsin to be awakened. And they're going to get that. They're going to get woke.
Yeah.
Yes.
When Ohio State plays them. I look for Ohio State to jump back in the playoff mix with this win.
Oh yeah.
Especially given some of my other picks. When Miami wins, knocks Clemson off, and Georgia wins and knocks Auburn off and shakes it up and gives Auburn their 3rd loss. I think Ohio State's going to jump back into the playoff mix and hand Wisconsin their 1st loss. I look for it to be not necessarily a blowout, but I think Ohio State's going to be decisive 24-17.
I don't think that. I think that may be far from the truth on that one. So I think it'll be a close game either way.
We shall see, T-Bone.
We shall.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then actually, and I forgot to mention first. Sorry for the past 2 weeks. I mean, it's I meant to try to do the one before, but Disney, of course. And if you're looking for sports fans at Logic, I would not suggest going because it's not. There's none of that. So,
None of that
but,
at Disney World.
But and I was actually chatting with a good friend of mine. Shout out to Samantha Rose. So, keeping me company within that time. But so yeah. So and this is gonna wrap it up for the Gridiron Dynasty show. And let's get the battle in begin for the comments. Let's get it up. See ya.